Hello my lovelies, it is Friday, lunchtime, early afternoon, and I think the world might be slowly beginning to defrost. However, now I knew that it was going to get less cold over the next few days. What I didn't realise until this morning was we're actually going to be hit by a named storm on Sunday. So yeah, it's going to be less cold, but we're going to be in for howling mad rain and wind. So I don't know, out the frying pan into the fire. And what did occur to me is we're going to be shortly heading into lambing season, so I should be doing some sort of lamb watch. Now the sheep aren't in my field, not really my field, but the closest field to me. They must be down in one of the bottom fields, but we must take a look and see if we can spot the moment when the first lambs come along. Well, at least Sheeson isn't iced up. I should probably take a wander down and start some of the other cars up, take them around the block. That might be a good idea. And giving Sheeson here a bit of a wash wouldn't hurt. So, having neglected poor old Lewis Hamilton over the last week or so, I thought it might be an idea to jump in. Oh, it's quite nice and warm in here now, the heater's been going, and see what the score was with him. There was a little bit of water ingress through the windscreen seal, and not unexpectedly, knock that up for a second, he wasn't keen on starting and ticking over, and as you can hear at the moment he's still ticking over a bit lumpily, but he is ticking over, so you know, that's something. Oh god, he's not ticking over very well though, is he? But we've got a bit of heat coming through, so as long as he's happy to tick over, I shall leave him going, get some heat through him. Oh god. And then the poor little sod is going to get deluged in the bloody storm coming up, isn't he? Oh dear. And at this time of an afternoon, a man's thoughts turn to lunch. And you're not going to be inundated by noodles again today, you'll be pleased to hear. We have these tandoori chicken drumsticks that we made at work, marinated them for 24 hours and cooked on a sheik in the tandoor. Little bit of salad, and we just need to add some of my vinaigrette. Vinaigrette added. Now they just need a few good grinds of fresh black pepper. Fantastic. I'm going to have a bit of naan bread, because carbohydrates filled with sugar have never made anybody fat ever. There we have it. Looks pretty, it looks pretty damn good to me. Right, let's take a picture for Boaty's Noshes and then let's get outside it. That was so good. Hello darlings, and once again, once again we are going to be driving to work in daylight. Maybe not all the way, but we're going to start off in daylight. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh dear. Alanis, I love you dearly, but you do pick your moments, darling. Oh, that's nice. Things aren't frozen up. Splendid. Right, well. Hello, you lot. just selected warp factor 1 on the blower control. It's not so cold. That is a blessing. It's not so cold, but I think we're gonna have to make the most of tonight and possibly tomorrow, because on Sunday we're getting nailed with that bloody storm, aren't we? Gosh. It's like 4 plagues of the apocalypse. Hey ho. These little things are sent to try us. As the artist formerly known as Mrs. Boaty said on her honeymoon, when I unveiled my little tinkle. What's this road like? There's probably still going to be some frozen bits. It's not that warm, and certainly, oh hello. Oh, he's shoved over to the side. That's decent of him. Thank you. There's certainly bits that are still frozen in my backyard. My backyard. Not too bad though, is it? Warp factor 2 now, I think. That is a beautiful sunset. Absolutely lovely. Okay, well, here we are approaching work, and it is, although it may not entirely appear it to you, it is dark. The sun has set. There might still be a vestige of light in the sky, but it really is only a vestige. Obviously everybody's got the headlights on, and it is 3 minutes to 5 p.m. so clearly at the moment we have not quite reached the point where I can both leave for work in the daylight and arrive at work in the daylight, but that time will come. I'll let you out because I'm kind like that. You're welcome. Thank you for the wave. So we're still getting to work in the dark, even on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, which are the earliest times that I arrive. But then it is January, and we're only, how many weeks are we past the solstice? 4 weeks, something like that. So it's early days on the upward daylight curve towards spring, but we are on the way. Oh, somebody hasn't turned the sign on. You're welcome. The lights are still off upstairs. I can't remember if I told you. Had a meeting with Bish on Tuesday, and everything is still good for the flat. Apparently we're just waiting for the landlord to sort some paperwork out, so we can still get a little bit excited about that. And 4:59, here we are at work. Catch you in a bit. Hello boo. That was your first night away from home, wasn't it? Hope you were okay. Still a bit icy there, isn't it? Right, let's get in. Don't be an oily troublemaker. An oily troublemaker, don't you be. If you're going to be oily, don't make trouble. And if you're going to be a troublemaker, don't be oily. No, don't be an oily troublemaker. And that would be my advice to you today. Do not be an oily troublemaker.
Hả?
Here we are then, on the way home, with quite a loaded car. Well, I mean, not really. Not really. I just... I did a little bit of shopping. Well, I was going to say I'm a bit skint. I'm more than a bit skint. I'm really up against it at the moment. But I managed to get some basics. What else have I got? Oh, I've got momo. I've got momo, and not the ones that you saw being made at the restaurant. They're restaurant momo. These are Ram and Mrs. Ram momo, homemade. Well, I mean, the restaurant momos are homemade as well. Well, they're not made at home. They're made in the restaurant, in-house, whatever. But the momos I've got are Ram and Mrs. Ram momo, and I've got a dubber of Mrs. Ram special, extra special momo chutney. I'm very excited about that. It'll be a little bit spicier than the restaurant chutney. So that's grand. I've got some nice bread for my toast tomorrow. I've got curry for my supper tonight. So yeah, all good. All good, and hopefully tomorrow is going to be a little bit warmer, and then it's just going to be batten down the hatches and fingers crossed for what the storm brings. And bear in mind that on Sunday, not my normal Sunday, I've got to get over to the yard. We're doing lunch. We're doing lunch at the yard, so got to think about the journey, and actually the journey to the yard. Not so worried about that. I'm worried about getting back and getting to the restaurant in time, but hey ho, a small sacrifice to pay. I'm looking forward to Sunday's lunch with, so there we go. Oh, and I'm a little bit later than usual tonight. There was a flurry at the end. It's been a quiet night. It has been a quiet night, but then there was a flurry at the end, so there we are. I'm looking forward to getting home, chilling out, glass of wine, and you lovely people have got a rest from the live stream tonight. So that'll be a relief. For you, I mean. Gosh, I can hear the wind picking up, and the storm is still a couple of days away, so, but then that's just typical of here. It's not called Windy Bottom for no reason. And tonight, I'm actually going to be very glad to be getting in. I'm always glad to be getting in, but tonight, a little more so than usual. There we go, my lovelies. Thank you so much for watching. take great care of yourselves. Much love. And I'll see you next time. Put you, bosh.